Welcome to the weekly Rise and Grind meeting or team call where we get together once a week, chit-chat about some stuff. Hopefully you guys take some notes. Today, you'll probably want to have a notepad handy. If you do not have one, take a minute to grab one. If you're watching the recording, thank you for taking the time to watch this thing. And you will also want a notepad because I'm going to be covering a few social media tips today. And this was all inspired because of the team call this morning from the National Wake Up Call. I highly recommend you go listen to that thing. It was all about Instagram. Great tips on there, and it got me thinking about a few things that I personally do with my social media, especially Facebook. And combination of this, and then Phil, you inspired me with that list you shared with me a few weeks ago, different stuff you can share on Facebook. So I snatched a few ideas from that. So aside from that, jumping into recognition, we have myself at Success Club 8 with 1,775 personal volume in the last 4 weeks. We have Kaylee tied with 8 points as well at 1,050 points. And then we also have Dawn at 2 Success Club points with 170 personal volume points. And Chelsea Fox at 2 with 104 personal volume points. We are just at the halfway point in this month in this Team Cup Challenge. So if you guys have lined up your prospects to where at the end of these last 2 weeks is where you start nailing those points out, now's the time to start acting on that. You can do a lot of relationship building and giving out the free information and coaching people for free, but there comes a time where you just have to eventually ask, are you ready to commit to a program? And it's going to be a simple yes or no. You find those people who are the maybes and on the fence people, and you get them in a yes or no category so you know if you're going to be wasting any more time or not. Anyways, moving forward, I want to cover some social media stuff like I just said. Today's going to be titled Social Media Checklist. And a couple things before I dive into, there's 3 main aspects to social media. Facebook is probably number 1, Instagram, and YouTube. Before I dive into the individual social media aspects, I want to cover a few bullet points in social media as a whole, because no matter if you're using Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, or LinkedIn, or any of those other social media platforms, they're all going to be based around these bullet points. Number 1 is social media is an outlet to share about you and your journey, not your products. That may not make sense to some people because you may be thinking, well, I don't get it. We sell Beachbody products. Why aren't we promoting them? What I mean by that is you need to be branding you. You need to be branding yourself because you are more than Beachbody. You are more than P90X and Shakeology. Think about where you came from before you even heard about Beachbody, right? We all came from somewhere. We all have a story. Beachbody helps enhance our lives through financial freedom and through the reward of helping other people through these groups that we do. But social media should be used as a platform to share about you and your journey, not just here's my link, here's the product that's on sale for the month, buy my challenge pack. You should not be the advertisement for Beachbody because Beachbody already has the website set up. It's all about building relationships through social media, and when the timing is right, that's when you give them the information on the products, usually based around those challenge groups that we all do. So remember that. Social media is an outlet to share about your journey, not just your products, because people want to connect with a human being. People want to connect with you because of your traits, because of who you are, because of what you stand for. They don't want to connect with you just because you sell products. A lot of people, they're looking for a program, they buy it, and they're kind of done. So you have to have something that keeps them engaged with you. A lot of times I see coaches that are all talk. And what I mean by that is they're always saying, oh yeah, I coach you, I do this and this and this and this. And they're all talk until that sale happens. And then all of a sudden they lose their customer. They can't keep a return customer. That customer never buys anything else. Why? It's not because the products are crap. It's because the coach was crap. They were all talk. They didn't have any follow through. You know, like I said, this is all based on my experience. I've had many times where I promised the world to some of my clients and customers. And when it came time to follow through, I didn't make it happen. And guess what? I lost customers. I had people switch coaches away from me, not to me. I had coaches on the team leave me because I didn't have my follow through. So that's why it's important to make sure you are branding you and who you are as a person and as a coach for Beachbody. You are not just Beachbody products. Next up, number 2 is going to be find your 3 to 5 roles. We've talked about this several times. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch some of the time management training I did based on the Franklin Covey. Go into Team Rise and Grind, top of the screen on your right side, click on Files and Team Call Recordings. I have over 40, almost 40 in there. So go find the time management training, because a role is simply a hat that you wear. Or another way I've heard it is it's a bucket in your life that you fill. If you're a father, a mother, if you're a family member, you're a Beachbody coach, obviously. If you are a crafter, if you are a designer, whatever different roles you play in life, these are what you need to focus on. A lot of people can be so scattered, they spread themselves too thin. And what I mean, what I say with the bucket is, let's say you only have a certain amount of water and you have 15 different buckets that you're trying to pour a little bit of water into each day. That's what we call spreading yourself too thin. I'm going to turn my music off real quick. I always forget to do that until it bugs me. Okay, there we go. So if you're trying to spread that water too thin, you're not going to fill all those buckets. So condense it down to 3 to 5 different roles that you play in life. These roles can include anything from hobbies. Like me, I love outdoors. I love hiking, going to the beach, playing tennis, basketball. I categorize it as outdoors enthusiast. I love getting out in the sunshine and just having a blast. So that's one of my roles. Another role is a Team Beachbody coach. I'm a fitness and lifestyle professional is what I call myself. That's one of my hats. That's one of my roles. Another role is I am a soon-to-be father and family member. That's another role of mine. So you guys can kind of play around with that. So find 3 to 5 things that you are, because, again, you are more than Beachbody. If somebody goes to your page and all they see is Beachbody links and your profile picture is a Beachbody program and your cover photo is all Beachbody, you're basically just a marketer, an advertiser. They see that on enough product websites that they don't want to see that when they go to somebody's personal Facebook page. Keep in mind, personal means you have to keep it personal, because personal is where you connect with people. That's where you build the relationships at. Number 3, social media is about attracting and building an audience. Your social media is basically your own reality TV show. So again, if somebody goes to your Facebook profile, what are they seeing? Are they seeing just that one Beachbody role? Or are they seeing a combination of 3 to 5 different things that you're about, that you represent? You have to focus on the attracting aspect, because you are trying to build an audience, meaning, guys, it's a pain in the royal butt to build a business where you are constantly having to chase people. I wasted time for like 3 years doing that crap. I always tried to chase people down and be like, okay, I need 2 more points. I need to go find that person, What if you busted your butt for 1 solid year in this business and all you did was focused on your own journey and sharing about your progress and your journey and your health and your life? If you focus really, really hard just on that aspect, you're going to attract people that are like, oh, I like what this guy's doing. I'm gonna keep following him, see what he's doing. Guess what? You attract those people, and when you finally put up an invite for a challenge group, people are already there, ready to take action. You don't have to find yourself last day of the month trying to hunt down these people, because you are focusing on always attracting. And that goes along with attracting people who are like you. We are all individuals here. We all have different personalities. We have different people that we're trying to attract. Some people are trying to attract business owners and straight business-minded people. Other ones are trying to attract mothers or pregnant moms, soon-to-be, all that kind of stuff. Like, there's so many different types of people you can attract, so you have to find your market, find your niche. But again, it's all about attracting. Remember, this is your reality show. What are people seeing when they go to your Facebook page or your Instagram or YouTube? You have to give them content that is going to be helpful, it's going to inspire them, and it's going to, most importantly, make them want to come back to your page. Think about if you have anyone right now that, instead of just waiting for a post to come up in the news feed, do you go to the search bar and type in their name just to see what they posted that day? Why not be one of those people that other people will search for, because they wake up and go, ooh, I wonder what this coach posted today. Instead of, I'll use my mom as an example. My mom types in my name just to see what I posted, because she knows I do a post almost every morning. And so she wakes up and wants to see that post. It's the same thing with what you guys are doing. Try to come up with some type of consistency in your posting. So like for myself, I try to do between 8 and 10 a.m. I'm like myself, I'm not perfect. I'm definitely getting better. But between 8 and 10 a.m., I try to do some type of motivational post, because a lot of people are just waking up and they want to see something positive right when they wake up. So that's how you build the audience, guys. You have to be giving out material and content that's going to help and inspire. And it's going to make people want to see more of your stuff. Next up is going to be engage with others. And this means asking questions and commenting. It's one thing to go through on your phone and do this thing where you're just scrolling and then like. That's easy. That's what the average coach does. What if you're not the average coach and you take a second and you like it and then stop and go, oh, you know what? I'm going to comment on that. Or I'm going to follow up with a question. That little extra effort, that doesn't take a whole lot of time or effort, guys, but that little extra effort will eventually make you an elite coach versus just substandard average coach, right? Put in that extra effort, that extra 1 degree. So engaging with others, that like I said, again, this can be on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. Go through and comment and like, and just be engaged with other people. 2 more. Next up is, I already hit on this one a little bit, branding you. You are more than Beachbody. You are more than the products we sell. If you don't know what else you are, you need to take some time, go out in the middle of the woods, get out in nature, do whatever you need to do to get inspired to find yourself. Find what motivates you. Find what inspires you. Find your purpose and your passion and why God put you on this earth. Because if you don't know, you need to find out. Because you're going to go throughout this whole business feeling lost, asking why it's not working for you. Find your purpose, and that will brand you. Again, if somebody goes to your Facebook page and all they see is a Beachbody profile picture and a Beachbody cover photo and Beachbody, they're going to think you're just selling a bunch of crap, and you're not going to care what they're doing. They're going to think you're just there to sell them stuff. Brand yourself. People follow what you do. People buy not what you do, but why you do it. That's what it was. Why you do stuff is always going to be the reason why people always come back. Biggest example out there, #1 coach in the company, Lindsay Matway. She finished #1 in 2013. If you go to her Facebook page, you obviously see that she is more than Beachbody. Faith is absolutely #1 in her life. Family is absolutely right up there at the top. And she posts about it in depth. She shares her whole life. And it's her own reality show. And people love that. So that's the kind of stuff you guys have to be remembering too. Last up on social media, as far as the basics, is probably the most important. It's just consistency. You can't be on, it's like fitness. If you guys have 50 pounds to lose, you will not lose that weight if you are on track for 2 weeks and you disappear for a month. And then you come back all motivated and fire up and you're on track for 2 weeks and then you disappear for a month. You will never get anywhere. You'll see a little bit of progress during those 2 weeks that you're on top of it. But guess what? Throughout that month that you take off, you just screwed everything up. It's going to take months to undo everything you just did. Stay consistent. And consistent means every freaking day. Well, what if I take Sundays off? Every freaking day. You don't have to do your invites. Like for myself, I take Sundays off. I don't do any invites. I don't reply back to messages. But guess what? I wake up, I do my personal development. I do some type of active recovery day because I'm being a product of the product. My day off does not consist of laying on the couch, eating donuts, watching movie marathons, because I am consistent in my lifestyle, and you have to live the lifestyle to be successful. So consistency, again, this comes down to your posting, living the Beachbody lifestyle, and just everything that ties into it. Be consistent every damn day, because if you get it, even on the days, guys, when you wake up and you don't feel like doing it, those are more important and more successful than the days that you're on top of it. It's Les Brown said something along these lines. It's easy to be motivated when you have money in the bank. You wake up with tons of energy. Your whole day lines up perfectly. You get a nice 45-minute shower. You have plenty of time to work out. Your family, no one's mad at you. There's no drama. Those days are easy. The work begins and your true strength comes out when you are broke as hell, when you have no energy, when you have no time, and when your strength is put to the test. Those are the moments that make or break a successful coach. The days that you come home, and whether it be work or family meeting or whatever, the days that you come home and you sit on the couch and go, you know what? I didn't do my workout today. I have time tomorrow. I'll just double up tomorrow. Those are the days that will make or break your success. Are you going to stay on the couch and fight with yourself up here as to why you can't do it? Or are you going to say, you know what? I'm just going to shut up. I'm just going to do this thing because you know what? I committed to it. I committed to it for myself and my team. And more importantly, the people that we are inspiring, because people are going to follow what you do, not what you say. So if you are sneaking junk food and not sharing it on Facebook, guess what? Your customers are probably doing that because that's what you taught them through your actions. Not about what you taught them through your words, but it's through your actions that's teaching people. So that covers my little social media basics. Now diving into Facebook. We're going to do Facebook 101. So here's the thing with Facebook. A lot of people, like I said, they post a lot of Beachbody stuff. They post, oh my gosh, my team is so awesome. I just made $100 this week. Here's my new cover photo. It's all Beachbody. I'm going to post a picture of a Beachbody product as my profile page because it's a new program and I love it. That's all fine and dandy. It's not going to get you anywhere. I can tell you that right now. So a lot of times I get asked, okay, so what do I do with my Facebook? What do I post on Facebook to attract these people? Here's what you do. Post 3 to 5 times per day. This is where consistency plays in. If you look at my Facebook, I don't think there's been one day that I have done less than 3 or 4 posts in the last couple months. I don't post a lot for a few days and then take 2 days off and not post a single thing. I post anywhere from 3 to 7, sometimes 8. 8 gets to be a little bit too much. I'm guilty of it. I post too much sometimes. But about 3 to 5 posts per day is average. That's a good number to try to hit. Do it every single day. Now, what to post? Basically, you want to, again, find your roles. So find your hobbies and the hats that you wear throughout life. Find your important roles in life. And these are what you're going to post about. Here's a few ideas. You want to do a personal post. This can be about your family, your pets, maybe personal thoughts or opinions on a certain subject, whatever. You want to post about a hobby. Like myself, I love outdoors. If I find something cool about hiking or, tennis or just any of this random stuff, I'll post about it. Like yesterday, I went on an awesome hike and I posted about it. Third, post about your fitness, because this is being a product of the product and showing people this is your lifestyle. So fitness can be your workout. If you want to post a workout video that you did of yourself for YouTube, if you want to share a picture you put on Instagram, Instagram's awesome because you can post to Instagram and share it directly to your Facebook, so you don't have to post two separate times. If you don't know how to do that, just shoot me a message. It's super simple to do. Post about your Shakeology. That falls under the fitness category. Post a Shakeology recipe, which is even better because recipes will always get more attention as opposed to just posting a picture of your Shakeology cup, because people see those all the time. They get tired of it. Post a recipe, something that's going to intrigue people. Next up, you can post about motivation. Because motivation is great because no matter who the speaker or what the topic, motivational speeches or quotes can always apply to more than Beachbody and fitness. They can apply to any area of life. I've had so many times where I post a quote or a motivational video and I'll get 2 or 3 different people with different situations that comment like, oh my gosh, I needed to hear this today. Thank you for posting. And I know that all 3 of them are going through 3 totally different obstacles, but that one quote or that one video affected each of them in a different way. So motivation could be, again, a video or a quote is what I recommend. And like I said, in my motivational post, I like to do it first thing in the morning. That's usually one of my first posts that I do in the morning, is because I feel that too many people live in a dark world. And again, my favorite quote is, you have to be a light in people's dark world. So I want people to wake up who probably just had crappy night of sleep, who just ate crappy food last night, drank too much, and they feel like crap. So the first thing they see when they open up Facebook is a nice motivational post. That's automatically going to lift them up a little bit. And you'll be amazed if you do that consistently. I've missed some days, and my mom, again, she's always the first one that texts me. She's like, Charlie, did you do a post today, or did I miss it? Not just my mom, though. I've seriously had other people that will message me like, hey, where's your post? I needed to see that today. Where's it at? So be that person that people are looking forward to seeing. Next up is going to be funny. You guys all have different personalities. Share it. We're not all stern Beachbody coaches who are just like, flexing all the time and hoorah, do my workout type. You guys have personalities. Share it, because when you share your personality, and let me rephrase this, when you share your personality without giving a crap what anyone else will think about it, you will attract people with similar personalities. So don't be afraid to share your personality, guys, especially if you're doing videos. Look back at my old YouTube videos, and I was shy and kind of quiet, and I didn't show any type of facial expressions or anything. You can see a difference from the videos I do now, because I don't really care what people think. I know that if I just be me, I'm going to attract people like me, and that's what I want in my life. So share a funny video that you do yourself, or another one that you found. Share a joke if you heard a great joke or something like that, or saw an article. Post about that stuff. Last one is going to be recipe. People love recipes, whether it be a video or an article or a website or something. Even better if it's off of your blog. If you find a great recipe, put it on your blog and share it, because people are going to start seeing your blog more often. They're going to start looking forward to that next recipe. So you can do, consistency. If you want to do like a Tuesday recipe and do it every single Tuesday, guess what? When Tuesday rolls around, guess what people are going to be looking for on your page? A recipe. Same thing with like Motivational Mondays now. Starting today, it's my new thing, Motivational Monday. Guess what people are going to look forward to every Monday? They're going to look for that motivational post. So try to come up with some type of consistency with your posting. So again, personal, if you're taking notes, personal, hobby, fitness, motivation, funny, and recipe. Those are like your core 6. There's other ones you can do. These are just some of the ones I do. So come up, and this is where Phil, I kind of stole this one from you, but come up with some type of checklist that says personal, hobby, fitness, motivation, funny, and recipe, because that's 6 posts. So you know that when you wake up in the morning and you look at your list and say, okay, these are the 6 different things I'm going to post about today, and space them out every couple hours. You don't want to do 4 posts all at 8 o'clock in the morning, go all day without posting, and then finish up the rest at night. Stay consistent throughout the day. Most importantly, go for it.
I can post that little document that I made, and
that would be awesome.
People can change it to whatever. It's suited towards me, but you make it towards yourself. Awesome.
Love it. Thank you. Yep. So Phil will get us that document that has that checklist, and feel free to modify however you guys would like. But the goal is to diversify yourself, to start being consistent with your posting. And this is great because it gives you a checklist. Even better, print this thing out, get it laminated, So you can use a dry erase marker and you can just wipe it off and do it again the next day. So you don't have to print off a ton of different stuff. Maybe I know Phil did this. Maybe you have different items or task lists that you're going to do on a different day. So you can make a Monday chart, a Tuesday chart, Wednesday, etc. Just customize it to where it fits you. Any questions on Facebook so far? Cool. Next up, Instagram. Instagram is awesome. I have found some amazing people on Instagram. And I highly, highly recommend each person use it. It's not highly used, which is why it's so powerful right now, because everyone is on Facebook. But there's not a whole lot of people on Instagram if you really look into it. So Instagram, again, 3 to 5 posts per day if you want to do that much. Use hashtags that are unique to you. A lot of people that post on Facebook, you look at their hashtags, and hashtags, if you don't know, they're the little pound or number symbol that you use so you can search in the little search bar on Instagram, let's say fitness. Any photos that have been posted with the hashtag fitness pop up into that search engine. So hashtags are basically keywords when somebody searches for something. But the mistake that people make is a lot of people are posting 20 different hashtags on one photo, and they're all generic. They're all just fitness, nutrition, blah, 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 blah. There are thousands and thousands of photos with those hashtags already. So again, social media is about branding yourself. So make hashtags that are unique to you. I personally have actually just redid mine. I'll pull them up real quick. So another little tip I'll give you guys too, because when I first got Instagram, I used to write out all my hashtags every single time, and I had like 15 or 20. So I used to waste like 5 or 10 minutes at a time just hashtag blah, hashtag blah. I used to waste so much time doing that, and I thought, you know what if I just had a way to copy and paste this every time? So iPhone users, or even Droid or whatever you have, open up your notepad, type out all of your hashtags. So when you post your Instagram photo, all you have to do is copy and paste from that notepad. That saved me a buttload of time, hours, if you add up how much time I've spent on Instagram. So my new ones are, and there's a hashtag, between each of these. Soon to be daddy, because I got a little one on the way who's 14 weeks and 1 day as of today. Life explorer, adventurist, massage therapist, Beachbody coach, lifestyle coach, which I just realized I spelt wrong. Make sure your spelling is on track. Passion, inspiration, motivation, fitness, nutrition. So you can have some basic ones in there. P90X3, Body Beast. When you're doing hashtags with programs, guys, this is my personal pet peeve. I can't stand when I see coaches post about programs they've never done. I feel as a coach, you should be coaching what you know. If you are completely into PiYo and the yoga stuff and Brazilian butt lift, you're probably not going to be coaching some 190-pound guy doing Body Beast who wants to gain 50 pounds of muscle. So this is where it comes down to finding your niche and the people you're marketing to. So I only post about the hashtags that I've personally done as far as programs. P90X3, Body Beast, PiYo, 21 Day Fix are kind of my main ones. Team Rise and Grind, Leader, Shakeology, Fitspiration. If you guys do that one, literally just Fitspiration in one word. That's a good one because that's a really popular one. So that usually gets a lot more followers. And then last one is Boot Camp. So those are my personal ones, and you can trial and error, guys. Find some ones that work for you, and just see which combination gets the most likes on your photos. That's how I came up with that one. It usually gets more likes than anything else. So that's my little thing on hashtags. Again, be more than Beachbody, especially on your Instagram. Don't just post product. People are going to think you work for Beachbody, but you don't work for them. You are an independent Beachbody coach, not a codependent Beachbody coach. So last one is follow popular profiles. The nice thing about Instagram, guys, and here's how you get more followers. You guys ready for it? Thought so. Instagram followers. Go on, type in fitness on hashtag or search for a hashtag fitness. Find profiles that have over 10,000 followers. And guess what? You can click on those followers and you can follow each of them. Go down the list. Follow as many people per day as you can, because guess what most people do when you follow them? They follow you back. So go through and just start following people like crazy, because you will gain a ton of followers. I think I gained like 400 within a week. I literally several times a day would sit down. Only takes a couple minutes. I would sit down and just boom, 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 boom. And I would follow like 50 people at a time. I think they have a limit on how many you can follow at a time, but it usually refreshes within a couple hours. So just go through a couple times a day and just follow as many people as you can, because people follow you back, and that's where you start to drive that traffic on your Instagram. Last one is going to be YouTube. I know not a lot of people use YouTube, and I definitely don't use it as much as I need to, because YouTube is how I started. All of this challenge pack and challenge groups and Shakeology and all of this stuff, I didn't have when I first signed up as a coach. We literally had P90X. We just came out with Insanity. That was it. We had the vitamin packs. We didn't have any of this stuff. So I always reflect back on, how did I start a business when we didn't have any of the tools we have now? And it comes down to the fact that I was using YouTube as my platform to share about my journey. Therefore, I was attracting people into my business. That's how I got my start. YouTube is great because it puts a personality and a voice to what you're posting. Facebook can be useful and Instagram can be great, but it's not showing your true personality. It's not putting a voice to the face, even a face to the postings. You know, a lot of people you see on Facebook and they're posting and stuff. And I've met some coaches in person at like Beachbody Summit and these trips I take. I've met some coaches in person that I've only seen them on Facebook, and I see them in person and go, oh, wow, you are not what I was expecting. I know a lot of you have experienced that too. So this is where videos are nice, because you can actually put a voice to what you're doing. I've done some Facebook posts that I write out and then I delete it and say, you know what? I need to put my voice on this one, because this is more than a Facebook post. Don't be afraid to put yourself on video, because that will attract more people. I can promise you that. Recipe videos are fantastic. People love recipe videos, because the number one thing we all struggle with in this healthy lifestyle is nutrition. Workouts and sleeping and all that stuff, we all have our own struggles and all that, but nutrition is a common ground that we all struggle with. So when people see recipe videos, they look forward to your next one, and so they're always looking at your profile. If you have a before and after picture, people are going to look at you and say, ooh, I wonder what they eat to look like that. Why not just share it? That will attract people. Next one is going to be motivation videos. And I can tell you, some of my best videos I've ever done are not the ones where I get on and say, hey guys, Coach Chaz here. I'm going to show you how to do a push-up. Put your arms on the ground, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't get much. And that's what you're going to feel like you're doing when you first do videos, because like I've talked about in the past several times, if you haven't done videos and you want to do it but you're afraid that you'll suck, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. You're going to suck. Your first time doing anything, you suck at it, right? But guess what? If you show up and keep doing it again and again and again, you get better and more comfortable with it, and your confidence goes through the roof, and you gain the skills, and you pair confidence with skills, boom, you just mastered something. So that's how I got better at videos. And some of my most commented on and my most engaging videos were the ones where I titled them Real Talk. I can probably share one in here in the group with you guys if you want to see one, or just go to my profile, Coach Chaz Fitness. I titled it Real Talk with whatever topic I was talking about. And what is real talk? That's where I just cut the BS. I took my Beachbody coach hat off. And I just got real with people. So there's a couple where I talked about motivation. There's another one where I heard a quote. If you are, I forgot what it was. Oh, the definition of hell. is coming face to face with the person on your last day on earth. You knew it was going to be the last day that you would live. Coming face to face with the person that you could have become. I heard that quote one time and I was going to post it on Facebook, and I posted it, but it was like 2 sentences. And I said, you know what? I need to put my voice on this one. And it turned out to be an 11-minute video where I was just being real with people, why that quote inspired me, why it just completely stuck out. So I did that style of real talk video and people loved it. So people are going to love when you show your personality, when you're just real. And the last one is just be you. You are built, and this is an unfortunate thing, but you are built to be afraid all the time. There's this thing called fear that's in all of us, and it holds everyone back. And I'm not going to go into a tangent about fear because I can talk for hours about fear. But just be you. The number one thing that people fear, and we all have this in common, the number one thing that people fear is the fear of what other people will think about us. So when you're doing something like a YouTube video, don't worry about what someone is going to think. Show your real personality. Show who you are. And don't give a damn about what that person watching the video thinks. Because there's going to be certain people that are not meant to be in your life, and some of you are still holding on to that person for whatever reason. Just be you. I can tell you firsthand experience, the more confident I got with myself, because you guys may see me now as somebody I have my shit together now. It may be easy to see that now, but you don't know where I came from, because I may have a couple of you that knew me several years ago when I first started my journey. I was an extreme introvert. I did not like to go out in public. I did not like to be around people. And sadly, I didn't even like to be around my own friends. Even though we were a great group together and we had a lot of fun, I was the quiet guy in the group. I was the one with my face buried in my phone the whole time because I cared what other people would think. So guess what? When my confidence level started to grow, when I became who I am now, I started to get other people. They were like, dude, Chaz, you shouldn't be changing. You've changed. And I'd say, no, I kind of didn't change. I took my layers down. This is who I am. And guess what? I've lost friends from it. And it sucked so bad. But guess what? You're going to have to cut the fat out of your life. Just like we cut fat off of our bodies to gain optimal health, you're going to have to cut fat out of your life to gain optimal life. That happens. It's a process. It sucks at times, but guess what? I am so proud and happy of who I've become now because of my past experiences. And that's what counts. And that all comes through not caring what people think. That covers my little topic about social media. Did you guys get something out of that? Awesome. Any questions on social media before our next little part?
Actually, there's a way you can search out for people that have same interests as you, and on Facebook. You could type people that like, and then whatever you like say Charlene Johnson. You can find people in your town that live physically in your town.
Oh, okay.
On the right side, on the lower right hand side, you can find people that live directly in your town. Okay. So you could target people in your town.
Nice. That's a really good one. I didn't know that. That can bring on some creepers, I can imagine.
I didn't know about that until I watched a webinar.
Yeah, that is a little
And she's like, yeah, you can find people right in your town.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
That video.
So you could stalk people.
Yeah, there you go.
I love stalking post the video.
Yeah. Go up at their doorstep and be like, yeah, I just saw on Facebook you live here. What's up, buddy? You should join my team.
I see you live in the same town as me and that you like fitness stuff. So
join my team right now. Let's
join my team.
I brought my laptop. Let's do it. That's awesome. Well, we are going to bring on Kaylee as a little 5 to 10 minute guest speaker because we are halfway through this cup challenge, right? And right now is when most people start to fall off the bandwagon. Not as far as fitness and all that stuff, but as far as we're in the middle of a challenge, if you haven't seen any progress with it, if you haven't gotten any points, that's perfectly fine, guys. As big of a challenge as this is, the biggest thing behind this challenge is more than just Success Club points. It's you sticking with something for 30 days as a 30-day push to stay committed. And this is about business. So in our business, we are about building relationships, right? That's the number one thing. So use these 30 days to build relationships if that's bare minimum, because that's what it comes down to. I do not want you to sacrifice relationships and coming off as that super pushy salesperson and ruining friendships. I don't want you doing that if it's just going to get you a few points. That not even worth it, guys. If you are setting, if you're setting your ducks up right, you will get the points. They will come. But the biggest thing is I just want you to focus for these 30 days and these last 2 weeks, because we're at the halfway point right now. I want you guys to restart your business right now. After this call, restart as a new coach, like we talked about in the post-summit video. Restart. If you've been struggling with this cup challenge, screw the last 2 weeks. Clean that plate right now and start fresh the second this call is done. So I'm going to hand it over to Miss Kaylee, who's been rocking Success Club so consistently, and she is sitting at 8 points, so she is tied with me. At this rate, she's probably going to kick my butt this month, but I'm right there next to you, girl. So Kaylee, go ahead and share your experience with Success Club and all that stuff.
Okay. Basically, when I first started, I started after the first of the month, and, I was still kind of doing brainstorming and figuring out like what exactly is Success Club and why does it matter. And I got 2 points that first month, but by that time, by the end of that month, I realized how important it was. And it just so happened that the first Beachbody Cup challenge came up that, full month of me being a Beachbody coach. And so I just set myself for this huge number of setting my goal of Success Club 10. And ever since then, I was able to hit it that month. And ever since then, I'm like, okay, 10 is my number. I'm going to be one of those legends and all-stars, and definitely there has been some times that, I've skated by and at the end of the month, I'm like, oh my goodness. But I've learned that the best thing for us to do is to try and talk to people early on in the month. And, I really have found that free challenge groups are huge. I've found a few of my customers that way. I just posted like, I did my workout and I drank my Shakeology, and this girl messaged me and she was like, hey, what's Shakeology? And then I told her and she was like, wow, where have you been all my life? Like, I need this, so I'm like, wow, usually it's not that easy, but every now and then it just happens. But yeah, it's huge to have free challenge groups. If it's just, doing work, a few different moves or clean eating, like, just having people be able to find out your coaching style and see, that you do care about their well-being, not just like, hey, I want your money kind of thing, give me commission. And I found that the more consistent I am with posting, everything that I'm doing, I am guilty of not posting enough like personal things. I definitely post more Beachbody oriented things. So I definitely need to do that a little bit more. But for me, I still doubt myself when I'm in there, inviting people. But at the same time, I've just started thinking, if they say no, then I'll just put them to the side. And like a month or two later, I'll just kind of follow up. And just because they might have said no, and maybe they're on their own separate health and fitness journey, just keep in contact with them. Like, ask them how their family's doing, how their journey's going, and just different things. I mean, like for me, I was a free customer of Charles is, you know, I just found him on YouTube and I stalked him for years on Facebook. And then finally, you know, I was like, you know, I want to do this challenge. And he let me be in there for free in the beginning. Like I wasn't even a paying customer. So having great customer relationships, free or paying, is one of the biggest things that can pay off in the end. And I've also found consistent customers. You know, one of the biggest things, you know, for all of us to do is to form people and kind of find out, you know, their family, occupation, you know, what they like to do for fun and all of that. And also one of the greatest things that you can do is just find out their needs. Like, for example, I have one friend that, you know, I connected with through a fitness group, and I found out that she had IBS. And so, you know, I find out different things that people are struggling with, whether it's financially or physically. And then I do my due diligence and I research everything on the internet, find out, you know, okay, does Shakeology help IBS? What has, you know, people have had, you know, results from drinking Shakeology, or, you know, just different things like that. So I can come back and say, hey, you know, I've done my research and here is, you know, some things you can look at. And she was like, you know, I don't know, but I'll just try it. And so she ended up trying it, and she wants to become a coach after her kids, you know, get back into school. But right now she is one of my go-tos for, you know, every month I get 2 points from her because she gets a program and she gets Shakeology. Like, that's just something that she does. And I also have a girl over in England that, you know, I get one for her every month just because she can't get Shakeology otherwise. So, you know, there are ways to have consistent customer bases that, you know, you can definitely know for sure you're going to get at least 2 or 4 Success Club points that month. That doesn't always happen, but it's definitely nice to know that, you know, maybe you don't necessarily have to work as hard to get, you know, Success Club. But the biggest thing for me that I've found is just to stay consistent and to follow up with people. And I definitely have failed with that recently. I'm now a customer just because I failed her, you know, as a coach. I didn't, you know, follow up with her as much as I should. And, you know, another coach stepped in and met that need. And, you know, at first I was really upset, and, you know, I was thinking, oh man, like, that's so terrible. But then I also thought, you know, hey, I need to learn from this, and I need to follow up with all of my people and to let them know that I care, because even though, you know, I might not necessarily be as present, I do care about all of, you know, my customers that, you know, have chosen me as their coach, and they chose me. You know, need to, you know, make an effort. And so, yeah, that's basically all I can think of to share. Just consistency and following up and being there for people pays in the long run.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing that little tidbit. So again, guys, we have 2 more weeks left in this challenge. So if you have people that have been on the fence, these are the ones that you want to get a straight yes or no answer from, so you know who to spend your time on. Continue to build the relationships, guys. If you need help with anything, reach out to your coach or reach out to myself, because we're here to help you guys. I do this full time. I literally 7 days a week, well, 6. Don't talk to me on Sundays because I won't answer. Nothing personal. That's just my personal day. But 6 days a week, guys. We're here to help. We're here as a team. We are team Rise and Grind. We are to rise in the morning and start grinding towards those goals, no matter what we have going on for that day. So aside from that, do you guys have any questions about anything Beachbody related? Thumbs up. Everyone's good to go. Awesome. One final task. Anytime we have a decent little group on the live call, I like do a little screenshot. So everyone slap on your prettiest smile, and I'm going to hit my little button here. Everyone get into positions. And 3, 2. There it is. Awesome, guys. Another thing, too, is with being a Beachbody coach, one great leverage to signing coaches up into the business or signing up challenge pack people is to promote the fact that we are a team. I've had so many people that will they sign up and they think they're just by themselves. And when I tell them, no, we have a full team you're getting plugged into. I do team calls every week. And they're like, oh, holy crap, really? Like, I thought I was just going to be a loner. I'm like, no, you get a full team. Like, we are here to support each other. So after the team calls on Mondays, post about your team call. Whether you want to post about something that you took out of it, one of those golden nuggets or a quote that came out of my mouth somehow, post about the team. And that will help kind of brand you as being a member of this team, right, as a coach. So aside from that, this has been Coach Chaz. Thank you guys for taking time out of your day, whether it's the recording or the live call, to watch this. I am going to go get my read on with some personal development and follow being a product of the product. Peace out, crew. Have an awesome day. I'll see you next time.